I remember the first time that I went to the Devon Horse Show, I wasn't even competing. I just had seen pictures, I guess that was even before video, and you know, the Devon blue in the stadium and the fact that there were people in the stands. As it worked out, I never competed there as a junior rider. It was too expensive, it seemed too far. So it was many years later I competed there, and actually it was the American Gold Cup held at the Devon facility. And I was showing there on a jumper in the Grand Prix. And so, you know, my introduction to the Devon facility was sort of backwards. You know, when I look back at the highlights of the Devon Horse Show, there are many, because for as long as I've been doing it, I've been fortunate enough to train some of America's top talent. And so because of that, I always felt a tremendous amount of pressure to have those kids prepared for Devon, to have them well mounted for the Devon Horse Show. And because I prioritize that, when I think of going back, you know, Peter Lutz winning the medal Maclay there, Addison Phillips being best child rider 3 times, and retiring that trophy. Was the first person, I believe, to ever retire that trophy. You know, she would compete at Devon from small ponies to medium ponies to large ponies. Finally, the equitation, the junior hunters. I believe in her last junior year, she was best child rider. She won maybe the medal or Maclay, and she rode in the Grand Prix and was 5th. And so that was a full circle moment, you know, to see a child from small pony champion all the way through the Grand Prix at the Devon Horse Show. I had a similar experience with Lily Keenan. You know, she won many, many top awards there. One year, I believe she was co-champion in the equitation with another standout star, Samantha Schaefer. I have to mention Taylor St. Jacques, you know, winning every equitation class. So that was the high of that show. The low of that show was that before the championship class, the horse looked like he was colicking, and basically I think his tail was braided too tight, and we unbraided his tail and rebraided his tail, and we managed to bring him to the ring, and he seemed totally fine, and she won the championship as well. But for sure that was a range of emotion. I could picture one year, Patricia, we had a famous small pony named Ingenue, and I think that pony might have been a little sick the morning of, and everyone was going crazy, and we affectionately named that pony Bunny. And I think while we were trying to get every kid ready, all we kept hearing about is, what about Bunny? What about Bunny? And I think Bunny ended up being champion, and you know, all kind of worked out. But you want the stars to align in those big events. You want the horse to be at his best. You want your rider to be at their best. That doesn't always happen. But as you get better at pinpointing the big events, how to sort of let down and peak for the championships. And I think that our 35-year history of going to that event, we've learned how to do it better. I think when you leave that horse show, you have a good understanding of what kind of horse and what kind of rider you have. You know, can they perform in that atmosphere without practice classes, without rubbing jumps or making mistakes? You know, can the rider walk in and handle the pressure? And I think that it's just a good benchmark for the rest of the season, because I think that it's a big championship midway in the season, and then you have a moment to say, hey, did we get this right? And if we got it wrong, we've got to sort of rebuild and rethink how we're going to get ready for the fall championships.